Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. The new look Rotorua Daily Post hit the stands this morning. Rotorua District Council has appointed aviation business consultant Ray Sayer to the board of directors of the Rotorua International Airport, and plans are underway for the Rotorua Bike Festival 2014. The new look Rotorua Daily Post hit the stands this morning. Gone is the broadsheet size afternoon paper, replaced with a new compact format delivered in the morning. The new masthead was unveiled at a launch last week at Skyline Skyride. Rotorua Daily Post General Manager Matthew Sherry told the gathering that the decision to make changes to the Daily Post were not taken lightly.
So on Monday, you'll see something totally different, and we're going to run through that with you tonight. This is something we haven't done lightly. We have welcomed feedback from readers, advertisers, we have had focus groups, and spent a lot of time talking to you about what you'd like to see in your paper. And it's generally been very, very positive about the move.
Daily Post editor Kim Gillespie said staff were looking forward to an exciting future.
It's a really exciting occasion for us, and you can probably tell, and we're all sort of over the moon to be at this point. I'm glad Rick called it a journey, because it really has been a journey. When John Mitchell used those words several years ago, it was a terrible time, that he'd been on a journey. We all laughed at him because it was so silly, but it really does feel like that, and we're about to embark on another one, coming to this point, and then from that point onwards. So thank you for your support so far, and I'm really looking forward to it over the next little while as well.
And Wayne Douglas talks to Matthew Sherry, General Manager of the Rotorua Daily Post, in tonight's City News. Rotorua District Council has appointed aviation business consultant Ray Sayer to the board of directors of Rotorua International Airport. Mr. Sayer has run his own aviation and business consultancy since 2009. He also spent nearly 30 years with British Airways in a number of senior executive positions. Mayor Kevin Winters says Rotorua was fortunate to have someone with Mr. Sayer's impressive aviation and airport background living in the district, and who was prepared to contribute his skills and experience to the development of Rotorua's airport and the local economy. Airport Company Chairman Ray Cook says he and his fellow directors were looking forward to Mr. Sayer joining them around the table. The Freshwater Iwi Leaders Group has welcomed the release of the government's freshwater reform paper. The Freshwater Iwi Leaders Group was formed in 2007 to advance the interests of all iwi in relation to freshwater through direct engagement with the Crown. Representing Te Arawa is Kaumatua Toby Curtis. Mr. Curtis says the Freshwater Iwi Leaders Group has been actively engaged in discussing iwi water rights for several years, both directly with the government and with wider stakeholders. He says the release of the government's consultation paper provides an opportunity to engage a wider audience in this important discussion. The Freshwater Iwi Leaders Group will also be convening a series of regional hui and a national hui this year to discuss the freshwater issue as a whole with iwi. In sport tonight, Events and Venues Manager Martin Croft says planning is already underway for next year's Bike Festival after the success of last month's event. Mr. Croft says the 10 days of biking range from road rides to fun rides for the kids and bicycle speedway to really serious competition of BMX for Rotorua and mountain bike national championships. He says funding has been partially secured for next year's Bike Festival, and he hopes to grow the event into a must-do for mountain bikers here and overseas.
We want the festival to become the place where people want to be at that time of the year. It's being Rotorua, and we know that people are coming over regularly every week to ride the trails in the forest, but the festival is going to have a real special feel, and so if anyone's looking at a date to be in Rotorua, that's the date that they should be looking at. And we know they're going to come and they're going to ride in some of those events, but they're also going to go out and explore the region, which is great. So we encourage that, definitely.
To get involved with the Bike Festival or to find out more, visit rotoruabikefestival.com. To your weather now, Rotorua, brought to you by Bidvest Food Service. Tonight will be fine with southeasterlies and an overnight low of 12. Tomorrow for Tuesday looks fine with some light winds, a high of 25 and a low of 10. And the outlook for Wednesday mainly fine with a chance of an afternoon shower, some light winds, a high of 24 and a low of 13. The marine forecast for Tuesday, southeast 10 knots, easing at night, with waves less than half a metre and fine. Remember, for program listings or to upload your videos, check out our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Coming up after the break, we talk fire safety with Fire Risk Management Officer Stuart Booton. Alan Solomon talks about the latest health target results with Lakes DHB head Ron Dunham. And Wayne Douglas talks with the Rotorua Daily Post General Manager Matthew Sherry.